unseen ship of grace carries this I through the sea of existence. This I's limited vision sees the carrier ship as an ocean it needs to battle in order to reach the shore. So actually there is this unseen hand, which is the ship which is carrying us through the ocean. But my limited vision sees the ocean itself as a ship. She sees the ship itself as an ocean which it needs to combat and fight and push itself ahead. The limbs ache with fatigue from the effort. It is similar to the effort of the Vrijvasis to uplift Mount Govardhan, to keep themselves sheltered from the rain, while Sri Krishna's little finger held the mountain anyway. You know that story, right? In brief, when it was pouring cats and dogs and all the Vrijvasis turned to Krishna, Krishna lifted up the Govardhan hill with his little finger. But the beauty of the story is he asked all the Vrijvasis, come, help me lift the mountain. So actually he was lifting the mountain, but all the Vrijvasis were given a chance to collaborate with the divine in the work and strengthen their muscles in doing so. So it's like that finger is carrying all the mountains for us anyway. But for the Leela, we have to make a personal effort to carry the mountain. But if effort would be so different if we know that an all-powerful hand is already holding the mountain. But just for my growth, I'm invited to make my personal effort to contribute. So this piece says that it is similar to the effort of the Vrijvasis to uplift Mount Govardhan, to keep themselves sheltered from the rain, while Sri Krishna's little finger held the mountain anyway. The effort is summoned and orchestrated by the veiled prompter, by that one God intelligence which prompts, and the fatigue too is part of the great plan leading to the eternal repose. The repose that comes when the unseen hand begins to be seen. Which is the unseen hand? Whose unseen hand? The divine hand which is carrying us everywhere, the mode of transport through all eternity. The heart-mind releases effort, releases doing, and simply falls into that hand, into the quenching peace of being moved without self-effort. How many of us like sitting on a swing? Have you ever thought why it's so pleasant to sit on a swing? Any reason? Yeah? It's moving, but at one point you're just sitting still and the swing is moving you, right? Sometimes you're pushing the floor with your feet, but once you have momentum, you're just sitting on the swing and the swing is moving you. And if you twin into that moment, it's a beautiful feeling of being moved without any effort. It gives you an intuitive field of actually what's happening in life also. You're making efforts, but that effort is actually taking you very little ahead. There is this unseen swing which is giving you the momentum you need and you're moving. Observe that next time you sit on a swing. It can be very meditative if you just let go and let the swing move you. The repose that comes when the unseen hand begins to be seen. The heart-mind releases effort, releases doing, and simply falls into that hand, into the quenching peace of being moved without self-effort. The being comes home to the knowing that this alone has been its mode of transport through all eternity. Not self-effort, not all that it has done, but this has been its mode of transport through all eternity. Now Toll's words. All the misery on the planet arises due to a personalized sense of me or us that covers up the essence of who you are. When you are unaware of that inner essence, in the end you always create misery. It's as simple as that. Sri Aurobindo says it in Savitri, wherever there is ignorance, there suffering too must come. And the primary avidya, ignorance, is thinking that I exist here in my skin separate from the rest. That the thoughts I have about me are really me. That's the fundamental ignorance. So Toll is saying that all misery arises to a personalized sense of me or us that covers up the essence of who you are. When you are unaware of that inner essence, in the end you will always create misery. It's as simple as that. When you don't know who you are, you create a mind-made self as a substitute for your beautiful divine being, and cling to that fearful and needy self. Protecting and enhancing that false sense of self then becomes your primary motivating force.